In this section, I'm going to talk a little bit about healing the emotional body, the mental and emotional body, and the importance of it. One of the problems I see in the life of spiritual seekers, the life of aspirants, is that there's such an intellectual approach to the whole concept of enlightenment, to God realization, to spiritual growth, that many people think, if you read enough books and master and study the scriptures, that all of a sudden you become this holy person. But gaining awareness is only the access to power. Applying the awareness is the attainment of power. So you don't make the change, you don't make the growth, the progress until you implement what it is you're learning. And the way you apply and you implement is that you have to really at some point open the dungeon doors to your consciousness to heal the broken, the distorted, the wayward aspects of your consciousness, which are primarily influenced and flavored by the mental and emotional body, which, by the way, also rule the physical. Your physical body is ruled at least 80% by the mental and emotional body, which means your state of health and or your state of unhealth is determined by the state of your mental and emotional body. And yet, so many people just do not want to address that. They want to leave the dungeon doors shut. They want to stay victims, stay in projection. They want to stay blaming and pointing fingers and live in states of denial, escapism, avoidance, the same way people do with their relationships. If a relationship's not going well, they ditch the person and they go find someone else who will, quote, make me happy. But all they're really doing is changing hair color and breast size and shoe size, and you magnetize the same thing. Because whatever you resist persists and intensifies. In other words, any lesson that your soul needs you to have, any spiritual growth your soul needs you to have in a given lifetime, the universe will send you all the people, places, things, words, circumstances to facilitate that. Wherever you do not engage in that, if you're in denial, avoidance, escapism, projection, blame, victimhood, the universe, you can change all those circumstances, and the universe will send it again. It'll just change. It'll disguise it, and change it from a redhead to a blonde, or change it from this employer to that employer in a different industry. And it'll disguise it to this whole smoke and mirrors thing, the whole shell game, to try to send you, to get you to learn these lessons. So, an important proverb that I speak, an axiom. The ego personality is so masterful, it's so cunning. You could escape, you could avoid even an entire incarnation. Every human being has the power and the cunning to escape and avoid a situation, to escape and avoid even a whole incarnation. But you cannot escape a single life lesson your soul needs you to have. If you need to magnetize it 4,237 times, your soul is happy to do that, because your soul is eternal, it is immortal, and time is infinite, and it will keep doing it again and again. And if you go through the same lesson all through your lifetime and still refuse to get it, meaning the truth, find the truth, and to grow, to change and to become greater love, your soul will repeat it in more lifetimes. So it doesn't even matter. While you can escape an entire incarnation, you cannot avoid a single life lesson you need to have. And that's a very, very important principle to know, to understand, and to apply.